Hi there, I'm Bethany, and I'm just going to show you an extra little stretch that I like to do to get into the hips a little bit more. I would have a lot of tightness in the hips. I run and I practice jiu-jitsu and do a few different things that really can get into the hips. So it's a really good little stretch that you can do at home, maybe if you're just watching TV, or you can incorporate it into your regular yoga practice. So you're going to start with keeping one knee bent. You just let your weight come down onto one arm, so you can shift this back onto those hips, and then you're going to come onto the inside knee of the opposite legs and onto the inside of the foot on that opposite foot as well. So you're balancing on the outside edge of your first front knee and the inside edge of the back one. If it's too much of a stretch, you can always just bring the knees in a little bit closer so that they're not resting on the ground. But you want to try to have like little lightning bolt legs here. You can always start to extend out the leg as well if you want to get a little bit deeper. But I often like to think of it like you're posing like a movie star in the old times. Letting the other hand stay on the hip, so it's balancing the same as the front knee, and then bringing the back hand onto the hip, so you can really get into that hip bone. You can feel the iliac crest in the front. As you're reaching around to the back of the hip, you can get a full extension in that body there. And you want to feel some movement. So as you inhale, you're going to start to tilt the hip forward, and you're going to let the gaze shift forward, and you're going to start to peel the hip off the back. And then taking your next exhale, just to sit back down, starting to rotate the hip back down towards the back mat to get some opening in the hips. We're going to change the breath. So as you exhale, we're going to come in. You start to rotate that hip inwards. And as you inhale, sinking back down. One more time. Exhale, rounding it in, finding that movement and that opening. Inhale, coming back down. I like to add a little bit more movement as well, just to stretch in. So bringing both hands to that front bended knee, and you can start to walk the hands down until you feel enough of a stretch in. Your hands are a really great break, so you can start to release forward. You might be able to come all the way down if that's where your flexibility is, but your hands are just a really great way to start to engage the body. And if you keep the elbows bent a little bit, you're going to get a good opening across the chest, so you're not collapsing down, and you can let the heart shine forward, bringing the shoulder blades towards each other. And then as you inhale, you're going to start walking your hands back, and you can go the opposite direction now. So you're thinking of drawing that hip bone down. With both hands behind you, you can start to come back a little bit and come into a point where you feel that stretch again. So stopping when you feel enough of a stretch, because you might start to feel a little bit of a pull in the front inner knee. And if that's the case, backing off. You don't want to feel any tension there. You just want to feel a stretch, and it should be coming into the hips, but everybody feels it in a different spot. So just taking a moment to settle in. Depending on how much your flexibility is, if you want to come down, you can also come down onto the elbows and finding that opening there. Making sure you can breathe. And if you have come down on the elbows, you can come back up. So staying as long as you choose to, but just finding yourself that big balance. And then doing the other side. So just switching it up, bending the front knee, the back knee, coming around to the inside edge of the back leg, outside edge of the front, and then setting yourself in to do the same motions. Once you're done, just taking a moment just to shake it out and enjoy. Namaste.